वन इम्पॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, अगर आप में से कोई भी अंडर ग्रेजुएट का स्टूडेंट है, बी फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर या थर्ड ईयर का, तो वो हमारी लाइव क्लास व्हाट्सएप दिए गए व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे मैसेज करके ज्वाइन कर सकता है। वहाँ पे आपको 3 टीचर्स पर्सनली पढ़ाते हैं। लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो। M.K. Anand, Mulk Raj Anand was born on 12 December 1905 in Peshawar, India, which is now in Pakistan. His mother, Ishwar Kaur, was a housewife. His father, Lal Chand, was a coppersmith and joined the British Army as a sepoy. Later, he reached to the position of Subedar. He was said to be the Charles Dickens of India. He was the founder of English language Indian novel. He was the pioneer of Anglo-Indian novels. Also, he, with the R.K. Narayan, Ahmad Ali and Raja Rao, was one of the first India-based writers to reach to the international readership. Anand was graduated in English Honours in 1924 from Khalsa College, Punjab University in Lahore. While working in a restaurant to support himself, he attended University College London as an undergraduate and later on studied in Cambridge University, earning his PhD in philosophy in 1929. During this, he came in touch with the Bloomsbury Group and later he was associated with the T.S. Eliot's literary periodical, The Criterion. Anand was married to an English actress and communist Kathleen Van Gelder in 1938. They had a daughter, Sushila, before divorcing in 1948. He became politically active in India's struggle for independence and shortly thereafter wrote a series of diverse books based on South Asian culture, including the Persian paintings, curries and other Indian dishes, the Indian theatre and many more. He spent World War II working as a script writer for BBC in London, where he became a friend of George Orwell. He was also a friend of Picasso and had many paintings by Picasso in his personal art collection. He was a founder of literary magazine Mag. In 1950, Anand was married to a Shirin Wazifdar, a Persian classical dancer in Bombay. In 1952, Anand was awarded the International Peace Prize. In 1956, he had contributed considerably to the holdings of Asian First Writers Conference in New Delhi. In 1962, he joined the Punjab University in Chandigarh as the Tagore Professor of Art and Literature. In 1967, he was awarded with Padma Bhushan. In 1976, one of his novels, Morning Phase, was awarded by the Sahitya Akademi Award. The British government banned one of his novels called The Two Leaves and a Bud. Anand was in London when most of his novels were published. Once in Virginia Woolf's drawing room, Anand was mocked by a young critic, Edward Sackville West, for trying to write a novel about a lower class protagonist, and that novel's name was Untouchable. This novel turned out to be his seminal debut book. The publishing of Untouchable novel has its own story. After the rather humiliating taunt for what would come to be his first novel, Anand traveled to Ireland and met the poets George Russell and William Butler Yeats. It was Russell who advised Anand to return to India after he listened to what was happened in Virginia Woolf's drawing room. He also wrote to Gandhi if he could visit the letter. To this, Gandhi replied with a postcard saying, "Come end of March" in 1927. Anand had immediately left for the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad and showed the draft of Untouchable to Gandhiji. The author then rewrote the entire novel in the ashram and Gandhiji then approved its final draft. 19 publishers rejected the manuscript before a small company, Lawrence and Wishart, published The Untouchable in 1935. The preface of the novel by the noted English novelist and Anand's friend E.M. Forster played a very critical role in publishing the untouchable novel. His notable works were The Golden Breath, Studies in 5 Poets of the New India, Introduction to Indian Art, and The Kama Kala. One of his works, Homage to Khajuraho, was co-authored with Stella Kramrich. His autobiographies include Seven Summers, Morning Face, Conversation in Bloomsbury, and Pilpli Sahib. Unfortunately, Anand had passed away at the age of 98 on 28 September 2004 after a long battle with cancer. He has left behind the legacy of tolerance, social justice, and secularism, and the celebration of human life itself. I hope आपको ये biography समझ आई होगी. Till then, keep studying and keep watching this channel.